And whenever you recite the Quran, and you will find a lot of verses encouraging us, instructing us to have tawakkul on Allah Azza wa Jal. And also if you go through the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, you will find a lot of hadiths determining that this is one of the essence of our religion, to depend, to rely, to have tawakkul on Allah. The Prophet ﷺ told his companions once that there will be 70,000, and I pray to Allah that He makes me and you among them. There will be 70,000 of the ummah of the Prophet ﷺ who will enter paradise without any accountability or punishment. So all what you have to do is be resurrected and you'll go to paradise. So the companions differed among themselves. Who are they? Are they the ones that were born in Islam? Are they the ones who were martyred? Are they this and that? And the Prophet came out ﷺ again and heard them disputing, and he said, they are those who do not catch your eyes. And this is a form of medication in Arabia. Maybe it's here. When certain illnesses are difficult to be cured, they bring a piece of metal and they heat it until it's red, and then they put it on certain areas of the body. And this is one of the forms of medication in Islam, but the Prophet does not recommend it ﷺ, and he did not like it because it included forms of torture. But it is an approved way of medication. Yet, those who avoid this, though it's an illness, it has to be cured. But the Prophet says, among the 70,000, their characteristic is that they do not catch your eyes. And they do not ask others for ruqyah. They don't go to people, to righteous people, and say, give ruqyah to me. I have a jinn, I'm possessed, I have an evil eye, I have black magic. Give ruqyah to me, because this shows that their reliance, though it's permissible, yet their reliance is not on Allah, it's on that individual, because I believe that he is the only one with the grace of Allah who can cure me, and this is wrong. A true believer who relies on Allah does not go even that way. The Prophet also says, alayhi salatu wasalam, and those who do not believe in bad omens. So if I'm going to the university in the morning and there's a car accident in front of me, I would not go back and say, today is a bad day. It's not my day, I'm not going. Something bad, something evil is going to happen to me. They do not believe in bad omens. The Prophet also concludes this and says, and they have their full trust in Allah Azza wa Jal. And how would we achieve this beautiful level of worshipping Allah Azza wa Jal and having our full trust on Him? You have to do two things. You have to connect your heart to Allah, and you have to follow the steps that Allah had made permissible for you to do. So if you depend and rely on Allah without doing the necessary means, you are insane. If someone sits home and says, oh Allah, grant me children, offspring of my own, and he's not married and he's not doing the means to do so, he's insane. If he sits and says, oh Allah, prepare a good meal for me, then he is insane unless he goes to the kitchen and cooks. Likewise, those who depend entirely on the means and neglect Allah. So they say, no, I'm not going to ask Allah Azza wa Jal to do anything for me. I'm not going to depend on Allah on anything. I'm going to do it myself. It is I who do things. This would be considered shirk and a form of blasphemy, because you're not depending on Allah, you're depending on someone else, and even if that person was you. Shaitan has managed to fool a number of the Muslims, groups of Muslims who depend, so they claim, on Allah Azza wa Jal. So you'll find them in masjids, not working, not being active, not benefiting themselves nor their communities. And whenever you tell them, brother, you have to work, you have to do something, say, no, no, I have a full trust in Allah. I have the tawakkul on Allah Azza wa Jal. And if I work, this means that I do not trust Allah Azza wa Jal. The Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, if you put your trust in Allah in the true sense, He will grant you provisions. And how is that? He says, alayhi salatu wasalam, as He grants to the birds who go out in the morning hungry and come back full. The birds don't have degrees in university. They don't have physical capability above us. Yet they go out, they look for food, Allah grants them, they come back full. So in this hadith, the Prophet is telling us, if you want Allah to grant you, you have to have full trust and tawakkul on Allah. And this does not come without you going out of your home to work and to bring food and put it on the table.